Hi, my name is Mrs. Slinkman, and this is our crafts class here at Tucker High School. Today we are working on embroidery projects, so we're starting our lesson today with a little bit of feedback. So we're doing a critique for about 15 minutes, and hopefully you'll enjoy what you see in our class today. So today, here's our agenda. We are going to take about 15 minutes to do a critique. We've done a couple this year. This one we're going to do today is similar but a little bit different, so make sure you're listening when I give those directions. And then we're going to transition to studio time, so you'll be able to work on your embroidery today. Okay? So, in the warm-up, I asked you this question. What type of stitch is this? This was a little tricky. Yes, Samuel. Seed stitch. Samuel says seed stitch. Anybody have a different idea or agree with him? Yes.
I also agree with him.
You agree with him? Yeah, you guys are right. It is the seed stitch. Now, you may have put this in your sample or you may not have, but this is a great stitch for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's pretty easy to do. If you can do a running stitch, you can do a seed stitch. It's pretty much just stitches in the different directions. But what's excellent about a seed stitch is that you can use it to create nice texture. And you can also use it to create like a gradation. If you want something to look almost like it's shaded, you can use the seed stitch for that. So just another stitch. We've been looking at one each class. So this is another one to kind of try out if you're looking for a good stitch to fill in an area and add some texture. Okay? All right. So in the warm-up, I also asked you this question. What qualities are found in good feedback? What did you guys say? What are some things that you would want to make sure that you do or do not do when you're giving feedback to make sure that it is the best feedback you can give? See one hand. Clifford?
Having like positive comments instead of just saying negative things about the person's project.
Okay, so stay positive. Nice. Ariel? Okay, so kindness. Okay. So what about making sure your feedback is useful or helpful to the person? What could you do to make sure that it's helpful, that they could take that feedback and use it? Yes, Samuel? Be honest. Okay, I like that. Anybody else? So we want to be honest, we want to be kind. I also want to remind you when you're giving feedback, you want to make sure that you're being specific, okay? So making sure that what you say will help that person in a specific way. So one way to help you be specific is to look at what they asked for in their feedback. That little piece of paper I gave you when you came in today, it actually says on it, I need help with, and it gives you an opportunity as an artist to tell people what specific thing you might want them to give you feedback on. So being specific will help your feedback be very useful to the person, okay? So be kind, be specific, be honest, be positive. I love it. Does anybody want to add anything else to this? Samuel?
Listen to the person.
Listen? Well, pardon?
Listen to, hear them out.
Hear the person. So we're going to be doing this a little bit differently where you won't be having a conversation with the artist, but making sure you read what they want and listening and communicating with your partner, because you will be doing this with a partner, is important. So I like that. We'll add that, listening. All right. Do we want to add anything else? All right. So good job. Like I said, this isn't our first critique, but we're doing it a little bit differently today. I gave you this piece of paper as you entered today. If you don't have one, please make sure I know. What I need you to do really quickly right now is this. At the top, you're going to write your name where it says artist name, okay? And then underneath here where it says I need help with, write what you need help with. Okay, that could be anything. I need help picking the color for my mountains. I need help choosing the stitch to sew in this part of my artwork. I need help filling in the empty space here. What should I do? Okay? Any of that are great. Okay, so think about your artwork, where you are, what do you need help with, okay? What you're going to do when we get started with our critique today, you're going to leave this on your table next to your artwork, so when people are critiquing, they can see what you need, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a minute to do that. And then I will give a couple more directions. So take a minute, look at your artwork, ask yourself, what do I need help with? For your artwork, is there something you need help with? Like one of your classmates can help give you feedback. If so, write it there, okay? All right, quick show of hands. Who needs a little bit more time? Okay, we need a minute or two more. All right. As you finish this up, please make sure that your work is out in front of you, okay? But anything else extra, we can take that off the table just so there's not too much stuff in the table or on the table, okay? All right, these look amazing, y'all. Okay, so eyes up here, so I can see that you are ready. Corinne looks ready, Samuel and Clifford are ready. Thank you, Lissa and Ariel. Lawani looks ready. Good. We're going to use that rubric to help us give feedback today. Okay, so I have a couple at your table just so you can refer to them. We've already talked about them, right? And whenever we've done these in the past, we've always used the rubric to help focus our feedback, right? We're going to do that again today. But again, we're going to do it a little bit differently. But as you give feedback, you're going to be giving feedback about their craftsmanship, their technique, their design of their artwork, their creativity, okay? In a minute, you're going to pair up with a partner, okay? And you're going to walk around and explore the artworks in the room. Now, what's different about today is that you're going to have a laptop with you. You and your partner can have one that you share, okay? But you're going to need to have one of your laptops because you're going to actually give the feedback in a Google form, okay? You're going to fill out the Google form for as many pieces as you can in the time we have, all right? Hopefully, each group of people will be able to give feedback to 4 or 5 artworks in the time we have, okay? So you're going to just fill out a Google form instead of writing it on paper, okay? So as you walk around, you're going to put a check on the form. You're going to put a little check after you complete it. Why? Because we want to make sure that everybody gets feedback, and by putting that check, then we'll know that no more than 5 people can give feedback to one person. That way we won't have anyone that doesn't get any feedback. Does that make sense? So we're just making sure that everybody gets some feedback. So once you fill out the form for an artwork, you're going to take a pencil, pen, marker. You're just going to put a check so that we know that at least one person has given feedback, okay? Any questions so far? Do we understand? Okay. So make sure that you read what they want their feedback on. So that will help you focus your feedback, okay? So we're going to do this. What I need you to do is this. You're going to either work alone if you want or with a partner. 2 people or 1 person, okay? You need a laptop, okay? So you and your partner need to decide whose laptop you're going to use, all right? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to make that decision, and then we're going to get started. So find a partner and get out your laptop. I need you to go to our Schoology page, and I'll show you where the form is if you can't find it. All right, are you guys partners? Okay. Hayden, are you going to work alone or with a partner? By yourself? Jarian? Yourself? By yourself? You guys are a partner? Okay. Ariel, do you want to work alone or have a partner? So I know, I mean, you can, so you want a partner if you can find one? Okay, I'll see if I can find your partner. How about here? Who are we working with? All right, great. So what you're doing is taking a laptop out and going to our Schoology page. You will see the link there, but I'll help you find it if you can't find it. Partners? A partner? Or are you working alone? Alone? Ricky? You guys are partners? You two partners? Okay. How about here? We know who we're working with? You can work alone or with a partner. Samuel, you good? Okay. Not right now. After this. Okay, don't let me forget. All right, so it looks like everybody is ready. So let me show you where to find this on Schoology if you are having trouble finding it. We're going to do this for about 10 minutes. I think that will be enough time for everyone to get a good amount of feedback given. Let me show you where the form is on Schoology. All right, our eyes up here. All right. So you have the critique form right underneath the slides. It's right there, okay? You can fill this in for each person, all right? It's going to ask for your names. If you are working with a partner, put both of your names, okay? Okay, and then you'll write the artist name. You'll get that from the little piece of paper, right? Okay. And then you'll go through and give feedback in each part. Oh, I can't. I have to put my email and everything in there. But you'll fill it out just like you have all of the other forms that we've used, okay? If you have questions, I will be here to help you. Does anybody have questions before we begin? Are we all ready? Do we have the form up? Yeah? Okay, cool. So here's the rule. You cannot begin at your table. So you must stand up, take your laptop, and begin somewhere else in the classroom. You've already seen the artworks at your table. So make sure you leave your artwork with the paper next to it, right? And I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. All right, let's go. So you and your partner are filling this out together, right? So have a conversation. You have the rubric on paper at the table as well to help you. Okay, the form is the same as what you see on the rubric.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Let's see whose name this is. Okay.
It's just these 4 sections. So you'll give them feedback in all 4 of the areas of the rubric. Okay? Does that make sense?
So this is just
Country.
You're filling out the whole form.
I don't know.
When
You really
I
look at it.
hit
It kind of looks like
submit, I need you to stand up and participate.
I don't know which one either. I don't either. But you know, it looks like something. Who's this one? Oh, this is Hayden.
Stand up. Stand up and participate, please. Okay, then you can look.
Above use of materials and techniques.
So she really used a lot of like different stitches. And she incorporated a lot of details.
Improvement.
We did it on paper before and we filled out the 2 sides, so we're just doing that on a page. But you can look at, if you want to look at this while you do it, you can.
not ready yet.
Okay? Does that make sense?
So you are telling them areas they've done very well and maybe areas they can improve for each. So there's 4. This is craftsmanship.
As many as you can before the timer goes off. So if you've completed one, move to another part of the room, find another one, okay? Now at the end of class, we're going to be doing one more thing based on what you're seeing right now. So look around and see which artworks you think are really inspiring you, okay? And you'll think back to that at the end of class today. Yes. So you all did a great job walking around, looking at the artworks, giving each other feedback. I am going to put all of our feedback into a spreadsheet so that you can find the feedback that people gave to you about your artworks, okay? So we'll do that in a couple of minutes. But I want to compliment you on taking your time. I heard some great conversations, really working to give good feedback to your classmates. Thank you so much for watching our class today. I hope you enjoyed seeing how we give feedback to help each other improve through our work in crafts.